Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leslie Williams, and I am in San Diego County, La Jolla, California, and I'm making this particular video on January 14th, 2014. Now, the reason why I'm making this particular video, which I will be showing you my cell phone, so I can use the cell phone in order to be able to show you the date and time, and then use a feature in the cell phone that enables the phone to literally say the date and time, which is really cool because I discovered this a couple months ago. In the tools menu on my phone, there's a feature called voice command, and as a result you're able to either tell the phone or select the time and date feature within the voice command feature that's in the tools menu. You're able to select time and date, and as a result the phone will literally use an electronic voice to say the time and date. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to be able to isolate the statements that I'm making in this particular video by date. Now, this is going to definitely be a informative video, a serious video, and to keep you up to date pertaining to what's currently happening towards me as a result of me being a target victim, an activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking. You know, I don't even know if there's anybody out there watching, honestly watching what's happening to me on a regular basis. I hope and pray that there is. But most importantly, I hope and pray that people are watching my videos so they can deduce by using their common sense. And, you know, if you're not only looking at my videos but also researching the evidence that I post online, and then taking a look at the descriptions of what I'm experiencing, how I'm experiencing it, and then the statements pertaining to the places I'm experiencing the organized stalking at, and then the factual realities of the details concerning the statements I make concerning the San Diego Police, the San Diego District Attorney's Office, and any other aforementioned individuals who should be using their office to advocate for organized stalking, gang stalking targets. Now, I just woke up not too long ago, and it's cold out. It's about 45, 50 degrees right now, but it's going to be about 80 today. And, yes, I am hiking in California, San Diego County. Now, if you've never heard of organized stalking or gang stalking, in your first day of research on the internet, at Google, like if you spend, well, human beings, they sleep about 8 hours a day, okay? If you spent 6 hours, 6 waking hours, obviously, of researching the internet for 2 days, you will undeniably be able to deduce that organized stalking perpetrators intentionally and deliberately, with complete malice of forethought and criminal intent, create homelessness of the targeted individual. That's right. In fact, let me just give you this sidebar notation pertaining to, there's a PDF link online right now that you can go to by going to Google and typing in Erica Dean Gilmore. Okay, she was a California target, and excuse me, the documentation file that she's got online, I don't know how many she has online, but the one that I have literally seen, printed out, and referred to on occasion is the one that she made through Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance. The initials of the actual website of the blog, or the PDF. It's a PDF documentation file. Would be Freedom FCHS doc. Something along those lines. Just go to Google and type in Erica Dean Gilmore, organized stalking and or gang stalking target, California, and you will find it. Now, if you open up that PDF file, you'll clearly be able to see the lengths they went to make her homeless. Now, if you knew me and if you were like living with me for the last 14 years and witnessed every single thing that I went through, okay, literally witnessed with your eyes. I know that's not possible unless you were actually with me. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you were with me, kind of like a ghost, you know, standing beside me as I was experiencing every single thing that I have experienced for the last 14 years, you would automatically be able to deduce instantly that what they did with Erica Dean Gilmore to create the homelessness was intentional, in reference to how her bathroom ceiling was flooded out. That was done intentionally. They'll never admit it, of course they won't. Because criminals do not tell the truth. Understand, I know exactly what I'm talking about based on at least 14 years of open and direct experience with these organized stalking perpetrators and overt experience, all of it being covertly managed, and extensive, exhaustive research that I have done online since June 9, 2009, the day I discovered that what was happening to me was organized stalking. Now, if you look at her PDF file, after they created the homelessness of her, she went to motel rooms to survive the immediate situation, but she also applied for tenancy, to be a tenant at different apartments. And every landlord of each apartment told her no, until one finally opened up and told her that an individual had approached him and told him not to rent to her, because that's how they keep the homelessness of the targeted individual current and ongoing. Now, all of these expeditions in reference to the factual realities of the circumstances that us targeted individuals are intentionally kept in as a result of these managed maneuvers being managed covertly, achieved through the stalking, observation, and tracking of the targeted individual, then you will clearly be able to see that these organized stalking perpetrators who are in the system, have no regard at all for not only just for human life and the suffering that the targeted individual experiences, but the complete malice of forethought and criminal intent, that is behind these expeditions, and I'm not just talking about in reference to their maneuvers, methods, tactics, and schemes that are covertly managed and at times directly executed and mostly overtly executed. Now, I have gotten to the point to where I got tired of renting apartments, paying security deposit, first and last month's rent, the cost of getting utilities hooked up, the money you go through just in the moving in itself, getting settled in, and then experiencing non-stop daily harassment night and day, every single minute while you're in the apartment. And that's not including having your apartment broken into, things stolen and then replaced, furniture and property damage, and even our food and even possibly our water poisoned. Now, if you don't believe that these types of techniques are used, especially the last forementioned ones, you can go to Google right now and type in "stalked, drugged, and raped. Is it happening here in San Antonio?" Look at what those women are talking about, and those women, both of those women, are gang stalking targets. Now, let me just light my morning cigarette here, and now I am aware that I've made hundreds of videos, and in some of my videos I have gotten a little bit repetitious in reference to talking about the same subject matters, and part of the reason why I do that is because I wanted to be able to make sure that first-time viewers, because when you bring up any one of my videos, it might be being brought up by an individual who's never seen any of my previous videos. So I wanted to be able to include enough information in each video so they would have enough information to build a foundation on in order to be able to have some descriptions to engage in a preliminary research pertaining to these criminal realities. That's right. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit repetitious in reference to describing the same techniques and tactics that are brought about against organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individuals. Now, I've become accustomed to hiking because I realized if I were to get an apartment tomorrow, I had no doubt in my mind whatsoever that I would be gang stalked to that apartment. And let me give you a case in point concerning the factual realities of well, hang on one second. You see this hiking area I'm at right now? Well, I mean, you see me sitting in that spot right now. But this hiking area that I'm at right now, I've been at for 13 full months. That's right. I take my garbage with me every day. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity. I'm not mentally ill, and I'm not a threat to myself or others. And I just made those statements just now, just to let you know that those are the kinds of labels that the organized stalking, gang stalking perpetrators in the systems that are in the system attempt to put on us organized stalking, gang stalking targeted individuals. Now, why did I bring up the factual reality that I've been at this particular hiking area for 13 months. I moved here in around at least the middle of October of 2012. Okay, it is now January of 2014. So I've been here over a year, way over a year, at least 14, almost 15 months. So let's take a look at the following statements so you can deduce the factual reality concerning the prior statements that I just made concerning how they will gang stalk a targeted individual from apartment to apartment to apartment, just like I introduced briefly concerning what they were doing with Erica Dean Gilmore. Okay? Now, let me just take a couple puffs off this cigarette because I just woke up about an hour ago and got up and got my stuff together inside the tent, and I haven't really had the chance to enjoy a cigarette yet. Because the next thing you hear is going to blow your mind. And if you're a child watching this video, do not smoke. Singing to my birdie. We sing together every morning. Literally. Alright, now here is just one factual illustration to literally prove to you that I am an organized stalking, gang stalking target. And what you're about ready to hear, you can research online, because the information I'm going to give you is going to be enough, the descriptions are going to be enough for you to research my statements. And you'll be able to see I'm telling you the truth. Now, check this out. Before I moved to this area, I think it was at least in mid-October 2012, I was living at another hiking location. Originally, when I first came to San Diego on August 8, 2011, from August 13, 2011 up till February 20th, 2012, I was hiking 150 feet from the San Diego FBI building. First by accident, and then when I discovered it was, I said, well, big deal, because who cares? And the reason why I had that mentality was, well, because for one, I knew I wasn't involved in any illegal or criminal activity. For two, I knew how the homelessness was created. And for three, the FBI was notified by me in 2 different states on multiple occasions concerning the factual realities of what has happened to me, my life, and my credit, as a result of me being an organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individual. And I got the email files to prove it. So my posture was, and then when I noticed that I was being gang stalked again in San Diego when I arrived back here on August 8, 2011, me seeing that no one was helping me after I reached out to these agencies for help, my civil rights being violated, and at the literally the most, almost outside of being murdered, okay, at the most extreme level, and then these agencies were not honestly investigating the criminal realities of what was happening to me. I started thinking to myself, look at what I'm going through. Look at what I experience on a daily basis, and these agencies are allowing it to happen, not investigating it uncorruptedly. So why should I care about how they feel concerning me hiking 150 feet away from them? And I was being gang stalked at that location as well. I moved from that location on February 21st, 2012, after an incident occurred there. Okay? And the incident that occurred there, I predicted what happened, and the way it happened in the same exact identical T pertaining to how I predicted that it would happen. Literally. And I got the audio files to prove it. That's right. Now, so I moved from there and then moved to a temporary place from February 22nd until around maybe the first or second week of March. And then I moved from that area to an area that was about 3 blocks away. Now, I stayed at that location from March of 2012 up until October of 2012, and then I moved here. Between March and October of 2012, at that location, I made numerous videos and published them online that I was experiencing individuals getting up on the sidewalk at that location, because I was hiking off a hill that was off a sidewalk. Okay, like say the sidewalk's right here, you're on the sidewalk, and then you get to a point on the sidewalk, and then you go this way, and then there's a hill that goes all the way down, and then there's a level ground. I was hiking on the level ground, right off the sidewalk. Individuals in smaller NTS buses, the real small ones, you know, were pulling up right past, like 5 feet past the entrance of that hiking area, and were opening up, shutting off their buses, opening up their door, and saying "GangStalked." I guess probably why they were talking on their phones. Then on separate occasions, they got outside of the bus, because they did it more than once, and would stand on the sidewalk and act like they were having phone conversations and say "GangStalked." Then on separate occasions, they would have individuals, and I eyeballed enough of them to know, because I could hear them talking, and so I got a little bit accustomed to their tone of voice and the type of voice. Individuals who were walking on the sidewalk and saying "GangStalked." So I was making videos about it, numerous videos about it, in 2012 from that hiking area, okay? And then publishing them throughout the year, throughout those calendar months while I was at that hiking area, making the videos that these people were doing these things, and then publishing them within those calendar months of 2012. That's right, I was Baby Cakes. Now, then I also made additional videos at that hiking location pertaining to how individuals are getting along my routes over at Friars Mission Center, where the Ralphs and CVS and Burger King was, and walking by me and saying "GangStalked," and published those videos online as well. Now, what I'm about ready to play you is an event that occurred on Thanksgiving Day 2013. Over a year, almost a year, and I'd say at least 15 months later, on a sidewalk, not too far from, and I gotta say the following cleverly, because it's gonna be a coded statement. And the reason why it's coded is because once I move, okay, well, let me just play the audio file. Do you hear these individuals say "GangStalked"? Then there's 2 of them, and one of them has been used to harass me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions. The one says they both say "GangStalked" together, then one of them say "GangStalking," and then that same one says "Gang-a-stalking, I'm gonna F you up." Now, I gotta do something while you're listening to this, okay? And then so I'm gonna put the phone up next to the camera, and then I'm gonna play it so you can listen to him saying it. And this incident is happening on a sidewalk. So you be the judge. Do you hear these guys say this thing? That occurred on a sidewalk. As I was riding my bike, these two individuals, one of them has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions. That's why I say, hey, it's the criminal little bums. You effing little criminals. Because one of them I already knew has harassed me on between 8 and 11 separate occasions. That's right. I automatically seen who it was. See, what I was doing was going down the sidewalk riding my bike on my way home from the movies. And these guys magically appeared out from, they were in an apartment complex parking lot, which they should not have been at all because they're homeless. Okay, and if you knew these apartment complexes, you'd know that these little criminal skanks cannot afford to even, run an apartment, and the type of people they are, I highly doubt that they have any friends over there. Okay, now listen to this. I was going down the sidewalk, coming back from the movies, and they magically appear out of the parking lot of the apartment complex, which meant I could not see them until they turned and got on the sidewalk, and they did it right as I was approaching that driveway. I almost ran into them. And then as soon as they came out of it and turned and got on the sidewalk, one of them went like this. Now, I've already made numerous videos online that they were getting around me at libraries, okay, and putting their finger to their mouth, going like this, and that's got to do with sensitization methods of finger pointing. And then once they sensitize me to finger pointing, just look up sensitization and gang stalking. After they sensitize you to finger pointing, they then do other things with the finger, like put it to the mouth, put it to the crotch, okay, then put it to the side of the side of your face, or point to a monitor at a library for you to see why they're engaging in other particular physical gestures related to gang stalking sensitization methods. And so I almost ran into them, and then they try to accuse me of almost running into them because I didn't have a light on my bike. It was nothing but a staged event for harassment. But I want you to listen to this. Now, you've already heard me mention that at the other hiking area, they were getting up on the sidewalk right by the hiking area and saying gang stalk, at a location that was 20 miles away from where I've been hiking at for the last 13 months at least. Okay? Because again, I moved out here in October 2012, so let's see, October, November, December, January. So 1 year is 12 months, so it's 15 months I've been here. Now, over time, throughout these 15 months, I was making video files at this location stating that individuals were getting up on the sidewalk, or where I'm at right now, and where I've been at for 15 months, getting up on the sidewalk that's about, I'm not going to say how many yards away it is. It's a distance though, okay? Getting up on the sidewalk, and as they ride their bikes by, or jog by, they'll say gang stalk. And they've also used the same method to say gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff. Now, I published numerous, at least 75 videos, at least online, on separate dates, stating that that's what I was experiencing at this hiking area. Now listen to this. I made numerous, at least, I'd say at least I made at least over 100 videos, okay? And me including in each one of those videos that they were at least getting up on the sidewalk and saying gang stalk at this hiking area. And also a great portion of those videos included me saying that they were getting up on the sidewalk and saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff. What is this guy saying? He's saying gang stalk, I'm gonna F you up. Both of those are threats. Gang is stalking, I'll F you up. So think about this. Throughout the whole entire year of 2013, I made at least 100 videos at this location stating that they were getting up on the sidewalk, going by, individuals going by, either on their bikes or walking, including this asshole, okay, saying gang stalk, and then periodically when they were doing that, they were saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff. That's a threat. Then this individual, along with his friend, get up on a separate sidewalk and say, gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up. That's a threat. So, It's the same exact identical type of harassment, just using a different threat. Do you see what I'm saying? A threat associated with the word gang stalk. So since those other videos were already online before this Thanksgiving event occurred, it shows that I was already stating what I was experiencing and then being able to prove what I was experiencing. Because what's the likelihood of me making anywhere between 50 to 75 to 100 videos stating that they were getting up on the sidewalk and saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? That's a threat. And they wanted to make sure the threat was associated in my mind that was happening because of gang stalking. That's why they were saying, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Do you see what I'm saying? Gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up. Both of them are threats. And since I was already publishing the other videos online between the entire year of 2013, it brings this event, this Thanksgiving event, and the tactic used in it, brings alive the factual reality of what I was already exposing on the internet, which shows the duration of just this 1 year that I've been putting up with this crime just since I moved to this area. And the fact that I was exposing it at the previous hiking area. That's right. That's right. And this event took place 8 days after I approached a UCSD campus police officer and told him that I told him that every time I come on their campus that individuals are getting around me and saying gang stalk. That happened 8 days before this event on November 20th, 2013. 8 days. And this event occurred on a sidewalk right up the street from UCSD. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I make this video to inform, to expose the truth. Now, do you want to really hear some truth? Listen to this. This is a separate phone. I got 2 separate phones, and I'll tell you the reason why I got these 2 phones. Hang on a second. The reason why I got 2 phones is because my YouTube accounts have been hacked, as well as my Gmail and Yahoo accounts have been hacked. Now, email hacking and YouTube account hacking is a method of gang stalking, and that can be Googled. So, as a result of my YouTube account and Gmail accounts and Yahoo accounts being hacked, I've had to play a shell game, okay? Sorry, hang on. I've had to play a shell game with my YouTube accounts and some of my Gmail accounts. So what am I trying to say? Whenever you're making videos to upload to YouTube, if they're longer than 15 minutes, you got to have a cell phone number in order to enable YouTube so you can upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. In other words, if you want to upload a video that's longer than 15 minutes, you got to give YouTube a cell phone number so they can send you a code to put into YouTube, and then once you activate the code, then you can start uploading videos that are longer than 15 minutes. Okay? And so what I did was, and then when you sign up for a certain amount of YouTube accounts using the same phone number, YouTube will prevent you from opening up any more. So I had to buy a second phone so I'd have a separate phone number. Okay? That's the reason why I got 2 phones. Now, on this phone right here, I went out to Yucca Valley from this location. Within the first 30 days of me moving to this hiking location, I went to Yucca Valley on December 5th. I left the night of December 5th, but didn't arrive in Yucca Valley until December 6th. That's right. From this location, I left to go to Yucca Valley for 1 week. I went out there to try and connect with another targeted individual who is an elected official. It didn't work out. Okay, I never got to meet him. Okay, but I was gone for 1 week. I left on the night of December 5th, finally arrived in Yucca Valley on the night of December 6th. I pitched my tent the night I arrived and went right to bed because I had been up all night. That's right, making sure that I didn't fall asleep at any of my connecting routes, like transit centers and stuff like that, and then miss the connecting bus or train that I had to take. So I was up all night. So when I finally arrived by bus in Yucca Valley, I was tired because I was up all night. So I found a place immediately to pitch up my tent, and which I did right behind the Forestry Service. Okay, didn't know it until the next morning, and then woke up the next morning. As soon as I woke up, got dressed, deflated my tent, rode my bike to Del Taco, and started making a video file, okay, of my bike, because I wasn't sure. I already knew I was probably going to be gang stalked out there. In fact, I even made a video prediction before I left to go there that I was probably going to experience the same methods out there that I experienced in San Diego County. Just listen to this. So the first morning after I wake up, the first morning of me actually being there, I deflated my tent, Okay, so it couldn't be seen by people going down the street, you know, like 75 feet away from where I was, because there was a sidewalk 75 feet away from where I pitched my tent up behind the Forestry Service Department. Okay, so I deflated the tent so it would be ground level, put a brown tarp on top of it so it would blend in with the environment, and then took my bike, because I took my bike out there with me. Okay, and then what I did was I rode my bike to a Del Taco. And then once I got to the Del Taco and went to go lock the bike up in front of the Del Taco, I took a video picture of the bike just in case they tried to screw with it while I was in Del Taco. And as I'm taking the video picture of my bike, two women pull up in a van, stop 5 feet away from me, and they both say GangStalked. So I stopped that video. It was caught on audio file. So I stopped that video, and then I made a video prediction right there, showing a picture of my cell phone which showed the date and the time. Okay, I stated, let's see if GangStalked is set along any or all of my routes while I'm out here in Yucca Valley. Okay, I'll explain why they say GangStalked around me in a minute. So, this event that you're about ready to hear right now was caught on this phone on December 11th, 2012 on the Yucca Valley bus route Landers. Do you hear these individuals say GangStalked and gangstalking and oh my god? You gotta listen to it. Okay, and you'll undeniably hear it. Just hold on a second. Now, you're going to hear men say GangStalked. You're going to hear people in the background say, oh my god, right before and after it's being said. You're going to hear the men say GangStalked more than once. And then you're going to hear a woman flat out say gangstalking. Just listen.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned. Those little French cars. Right now. Cheese. She does. You first child? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully my only child. Okay, the first one. She's pretty good. She never cried. I'm going to go hang it up in my, she's already talking. I'm going to take my American flag out. Real kind of flag. Take it out. I'm going to hang it in the window ammo. I wish I did anything great. Oh, yeah. When they look at Rich. Oh, yeah, that might work. No, it's American flag.
You know, I'm going to be really mad if you stop right here, because we could have... Yeah, we are. They say in 15 years...
Okay, so this occurred, again, on December 11th, 2012. This first event that you heard took place on November 28, 2013. Two separate identical events, okay, happening in locations that are 167 miles apart. This Thanksgiving event occurred in La Jolla, California. This event took place on a Yucca Valley Landers bus route 1 year before, almost to the date. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Now I have over 800 separate audio files of this method being said around me everywhere I go, every single day, non-stop, everywhere I go. And it's being said in specific ways, like GangStalked, GangStalked, oh my god, GangStalked, GangStalked, GangStalker, GangStalking, GangStalked, oh my god, GangStalked, weird, crazy, GangStalked, in that way. And then at other times what they'll do is they'll just talk like they're talking with each other, or just act like they're talking on their cell phone, and as they're talking they'll interject the word GangStalked within the conversation they're having. That's right. Now these are called sensitization methods, where they repeat words and phrases along the targeted individual's route, or physical gestures. That's right. And it's a clever way to make the targeted individual notice it, and to make them feel stalked because of it, because they got to know where the target's at in order to do it. Now, if you were a woman, and even just being a man, if you were experiencing this, would you not be hyper-vigilant, afraid? Because just repeating words and phrases and physical gestures is nothing compared to what the additional things that happen to us. The homelessness that is created for us to live in, and how we're kept in it, how it's kept covertly managed. The assaults. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." make sure you meticulously dissect every single thing that is in the description of that YouTube video. You'll see that I predicted that assault in an email 11 days before it occurred. That's right, because I printed out the email after it was made. I then scanned it, attached it into a PDF link, and then put that PDF link in a blog, and that blog's URL address, you can just click on it, is in the description of that YouTube video. 11 days before it occurred, and then you can go to Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered." And that was the second assault that happened towards me in a matter of 20-something days. That's right. You know, and they've tried to assault me again at least 2 separate times, and you just heard these guys threaten to assault me. You know, my name is Leslie Williams, and that's not including how our credit is intentionally wrecked. Oh boy, you would not believe what's going on between me and the Department of Education pertaining to school loans that were coerced for me to take out by gang stalkers in another state. And I have undisputable evidence that I've been gang stalked at my school that I was going to when it was happening. That's right, where the loans were taken out. You would not believe what I know. Now, all you got to do is ask yourself this simple question. Why won't the San Diego police make one police report? And why are they starting to imply that I'm mentally ill as a result of my complaints about what's happening to me, even though 800 audio files do not lie? What is are my tape recorders and my phone delusional too? How can a phone and a tape recorder be delusional? These are the methodologies of these expeditions. They don't give 2 shits about what a target's going through. They only care about protecting the businesses, the universities, the public libraries, and the individuals that are possibly, more than likely, being used by individuals in the system, including possibly police officers. And if you don't believe me, go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Another Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass." That individual admitted to me in a hidden running tape recorder that a San Diego police officer by the name of Steve put him on a corner to engage in specific physical gestures. Within 45 minutes after I left the San Diego District Attorney's office to try to inquire to them to have them investigate the fact that the MTS video that they sent me was altered, and he implied that I was mentally ill. I left his office and got on 2 bus routes, got off the second bus route, walked to a corner, and a guy was gaslighting me with these physical gestures, and I talked to him about it, and he admitted that a San Diego police officer put him on a corner to do it. So how mentally ill do you believe that I am? When you listen to that video, you got to listen to it all the way up until the very last second. Now you can also go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches a Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass," read comments, which means look at everything that's in the description of that YouTube video, cross-reference all the information that's in the description of that YouTube video in reference to published dates and statements, and cross-reference it to what was caught and proved in the host video. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. The reason why I make my videos and go through everything that I'm going through is not just for my sake. I am trying to be the voice of the voiceless, of other targeted individuals who cannot even afford a tape recorder, a phone, or a video camera. And they're going to eventually take me out to security. I have no doubt in my mind about it whatsoever. Whatsoever. This is organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level. You would not believe the evidence I got. It's undisputable. Literally black and white, undisputable. So, this whole entire week, except for one day, I am going to be transferring some of my property to 2 separate hiking locations. In fact, I'm going to be spending the next 2 weeks doing it. I have finally compiled enough property together in order to be able to set up 2 to 3 separate identical hiking areas that is going to have a proportional amount of property put at each one, because I'm tired of being gang stalked. This is the 4th hiking area I've been gang stalked to. The 4th. Okay? So what I'm going to do is start playing a more escalated shell game with them in reference to my hiking areas. And part of the way I do that is by predicting what's going to happen at each one, publishing those prediction videos online, and then when the events transpire at each one, especially in the way that I predict they will, it will show anybody that's got the ability to use common sense, deductive or inductive reasoning, analytical processing, or critical thinking that I am being gang stalked. And then you can sit back in your chair if you choose to do so and ask yourself, why won't the San Diego police and or the FBI investigate the factual realities that I am truly a victim of this crime? What are they covering up? if they are? Could it be the fact that I got 2006 emails describing that I was being gang stalked as a result of me describing some of the things that were happening towards me in 2006 when I was out here in San Diego between 1 and 38 days? If they make one police report literally admitting that I am a target of this crime, it'll bring alive the factual realities of what is described in those 2006 emails and other additional emails that I have made since then and before then. It will bring alive the duration of this heinous crime. Were they involved in a street theater, which is a staged event towards me in 2006, the San Diego police? And were specific San Diego Public Library employees involved in the gang stalking of me in 2006? And does these emails prove it? Do they describe it? Is this why they won't file a police report? Now, do they know these emails exist? Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Email hacking, email account hacking, YouTube account hacking is a method of gang stalking. So if they're involved in gang stalking, do you honestly think they don't know that these emails exist? Public library employees and San Diego police officers are government employees, which means it leaves the county and city and the state wide open to lawsuits. And since torture, sexual exploitation, racketeering, insurance fraud, and grand larceny and assaults are all the resulting crimes that I have experienced as a result of what happened in 2006, do they know it? I'm in San Diego, California. I am predicting right now they will ban me from UCSD and or their entire campus and or their libraries. And I'm predicting it right now on this date. Today's date is January 14th, 2013. As you can see by me showing you this video picture on my cell phone. And I'm going to also use the voice command feature in the tools menu. So the phone can literally tell you the time and date.
Say a command. January 14th, Tuesday, 8:51 a.m. Say a command.
Now, when you look at the fact that this harassment was caught on a Yucca Valley bus, learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Do you see what I'm saying? And remember the fact that that assault was predicted 11 days before it occurred, and the guy who assaulted me had engaged in gang stalking physical gestures on the morning of that assault and on previous occasions on the same bus route. They happily omitted that from the police report, lied about it in the police report, and omitted facts in the police report concerning that assault. I caught the same methods happening towards me inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes SDPD HDQ. Then go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at City Council meeting. I believe it might be San Diego included in the title as well. Alright, I gotta go. I'm making this video for the sake of the suffering of my fellow targeted individuals that are out there experiencing these horrific criminalities, who don't even have money for bus fare, food, let alone a video camera, a phone, or a tape recorder in order to keep themselves safe. I do what I do in their names. You better believe I do. You better believe I do, sweet peas. You would not believe the horrific crimes that are happening to us organized stalking targets. Almost words. I know this might. I know this is a long video, but you just would not believe what I know. You just would not believe what I know. And I do this for them. You would not believe what I know. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego. I do appreciate you listening. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see what kind of events transpire at the new hiking areas I go to. And who's gonna be used in order to make it appear that me being evicted from them is happening because of normal appearing reasons. And that includes before I even get them set up to move there. That's right. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I do appreciate you listening. Please look in the description of this YouTube video for eventual cooperating material that will help you see the factual reality that I am a target of this crime. Sorry. That I am a target of this crime. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta start my day. I do appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.